Hello everyone, welcome back again, and thank you for joining me for part 2 here. So it looks like we're not done with the stairs. There's still a lot more to go. I'm recording this is December 24th, so I'm gonna try to finish this up today as quickly as possible, and I still need to render everything out and then upload it. It'll probably take me pretty much like 2 days just to render and probably another 2 days to upload. But the unboxing is already available, should be available on Friday, and also the 4X speed build. This one has part 1 and part 2, so it's gonna be kind of long. It's time consuming to render and upload. Here's number 12 for the stairs. We got 11 and 10. Oh, sorry. And 10. Yeah, I burped a little bit there. I just finished eating. And as I'm recording this, it's actually 7 p.m. Here's number 10. I actually thought I would break some of these little railings, but I didn't, because they're pretty fragile. They're kind of small and slim. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe I should have sped up these stairs a little bit. The assembly of the stairs. It's pretty much monotonous. We're doing the same thing over and over again. I think maybe I could have saved like a couple of minutes. But I'll take that into account next time when I do my edits for future videos. Alright, a little bit more to go. And like I said in part 1, I'm doing this page by page. Yeah, there really are a lot of stairs. That's 14. Yeah, 13 and 12. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm gonna have time next week to record, edit, and then upload the next build. I'm gonna try to do the blockies build, simple, small, little, quick build. But I've been so swamped with work. And also earlier today, someone put a comment in one of my videos for Rolife for the Sakura train station. And if you're watching this, I hope my answers helped you. I think they were asking about the lights on the Sakura train station, why it's not lighting up. And I responded by saying that it might be the plug. It could be plugged in incorrectly, like upside down, which I almost did, or didn't plug it in tightly enough, like push it all the way in. Because I remember building it, and when I plugged it in, I thought it was in, but then I kind of pushed it a little bit more with the tweezers, and it actually popped in there. And of course, it made a snapping sound, and it snapped in. Or either that, or the USB cord has to be plugged directly to the outlet, or the extension cord outlet. Because I tried to use one of those external battery that you can carry around on your cell phone. Yeah, I tried one of those and it doesn't work. So you can't just have like an external battery charger. You have to plug it directly and have it go directly to the wall outlet. See, I'm kind of pointing to where the stairs are gonna go in. Here's the completed stairs. I do apologize for the out of focus. Can't really see much here. But yeah, the bottom part goes into those holes down there, and then that post next to the tree that goes into one of the stairs, and then the top part goes all the way up. Up to the observatory. That's all that's holding it in place. Pretty much the posts, the floor, and that observatory. Yeah, that bottom part doesn't... It's a little bit difficult to push it in. And as you can see, the stairs number 2 just kept falling down. Like I said, later on I glued it in place off camera. Yeah, I had a hard time trying to put it in there. Once again, the stairs kept falling. So I had to keep pulling it up. Trying to make sure the stairs are nice and even and straight. I think that's it, right? A little bit more. Alright, that's it. Finished staircase. Looks pretty good. So I don't recommend touching the stairs at all, because like I said, oh here I finally figured that I placed it in the wrong position. I'm gonna flip it around. Yeah, this tool comes in handy. But yeah, I don't recommend touching the stairs at all because they're pretty fragile. And they're only held up on the bottom and on that post and at the top. That's it. So if you touch it just a little bit, it kind of messes it up. But not too bad. I mean, you could always fix it. These pieces are really small. It almost looks like a puzzle piece. So we're assembling the main house. And guess I should remind you that if you enjoy what I'm doing here, then please like and subscribe. I think about 98% of you who are watching are still not subscribed. It really motivates me to keep doing this. I wish they had something for the shelves, like a potted plant or flower or something. It's just an empty shelf. You could probably add your own stuff in there. Now this one has a flower pot, the front one. That little piece reminds me of a bone. So that's used to hold the windowsill up once you install it. There you go. That's that plant that I was telling you about. It's a nice little touch. I just wish they did the same thing on the sides with those other shelves. I actually placed this the wrong way. It should be facing the other way. Yeah. I'll figure it out eventually. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's easier to bend it upward like that, going directly parallel or perpendicular. Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. It's used to hold up the windowsill. Yeah, those doorknobs are very small and very tiny, but they gave you a bunch of extras, so don't worry about it if you lose one or two. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put in the comments. Or if you're a bit shy, you could actually email me. My email address is in the extra info button. What do we call it? If you're having a difficult time building something, just let me know. I'll try my best to help you. And that's supposed to be like a little light post there, but it's very light. the graphic that's drawn on it, like I was mentioning before in the first part, you can't really see much. It needs to be darker. It's very light the way it's drawn. They probably like laser cut it or something to make it look to give it that graphical look, but it's just not bright. I mean, not dark enough. It's almost like there's nothing there. And this little piece is kind of unusual and surprising that they would actually add this. It's to prevent the door from swinging the other way. So that's pretty ingenious. That's smart of them. See that? Prevents the door from going back too far. So it closed nicely and flush. Yeah, this thing keeps falling off. I thought about gluing it, but it's alright. I'll just leave it. It's not a big deal. You could always put it back. Unlike certain things, there are certain models that I've done where I had to glue it because it just kept falling off. But this one is still attached, so we're good. Yeah, don't forget that bottom part. It has to snap together too, sort of like Lego blocks. And this is another ingenious piece. Just like that door earlier, this one also prevents the door from swinging backwards. So it's almost like a door threshold. And they actually have those in Asia, where there are door thresholds. And they're pretty tall, so you have to watch when you're stepping into the door, into the room. You have to step over the threshold so you don't trip over it. And they can be quite high too. I've been coughing all day today here. I had to close my mic to cough. I think I'm getting sick again. I was feeling better yesterday, but now I'm feeling bad again. Hopefully I'll do better tomorrow. Nope, that's the wrong way. There you go. That's the right way. These are the swinging doors. And as you can see, that piece in the back prevents it from swinging backwards. I gotta say, it's well thought out. They almost look like Chinese characters or something. I gotta admit earlier today, I was a little bit frazzled because I was cooking something and I burnt it and there's a bunch of smoke and the fire alarm went off. So I'm a little shocked by that, but got everything under control. Took a while though. My ears was buzzing from the alarm. Probably kept beeping for like 10-20 minutes, trying to get all the smoke out. I'm kind of tired from all that. Trying to open all the doors and fan the smoke out. Luckily, the neighbors didn't call the police or the fire station, fire department. Definitely not what you want to hear on Christmas Eve. And I do apologize to all my neighbors if that annoyed you or frightened you. I'm not much of a cook. That's why I do mostly microwavable. I just buy stuff from the supermarket and I freeze them, and then when I want to eat it, I just unfreeze it and microwave it. Either that or make ramen noodles, which is pretty easy to do. Now these you could probably put them on opposite sides and close the shade to make it look like it's closed instead of open. I think. I haven't done it. I didn't do it, so I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe you could. It looks like you could. Now it does swing open and close when you're moving it around, so just keep that in mind. I thought about gluing it in place, but once again, it's already attached, so no big deal to put it back. If something comes loose and it's like completely loose and you might lose that piece, then yeah, you wanna glue it in place. But if it's already attached and it's just loose where it is at the moment and it's not going anywhere, you're not gonna lose that piece, then I don't think there's any reason to glue. And if I didn't mention it before, this model kit doesn't come with glue, so you have to provide your own glue. And I use the Alenia Tacky Quick Dry Glue. And I've heard online other people also use that same glue. I just picked it up just because I didn't know which one to use, and turns out to be a good choice. And when they say quick dry, they really do mean quick dry. Like a couple of minutes and it's dried. But I usually leave it a couple of minutes longer. Like maybe 10 minutes. We're almost there with the house, and the rest of the video will be pretty much doing the branches and the flowers and the leaves and all that stuff. That's the majority of it. It's like an hour's worth, but like I said, I try to fast forward them. We're building the attic room, I guess you can call it. It's the second floor. small little room. Okay, so be careful with this piece here. You don't want to push it in too far. It'll just pop right out the other side. Just make sure it's nice and flush, and that's about it. Don't touch it again. Yeah, see, I had some self-control there. And as you're assembling it onto the main piece here, just make sure you don't touch that blue parts so it doesn't pop in. You're not pushing it in too hard, then you won't be able to get it out again. So once you put the roof on, it's gonna be kind of tough trying to get that piece out again, that blue piece. I mean, you could just glue it in place so it doesn't move and you don't accidentally push it in. I really love the way these roofs are built. Kind of jagged kind of looks, and it actually makes it look like real tiles. Yeah, this is pretty ingenious. I wanted to show you how it's done. And there's a hole there that lines up. Like I said, if you accidentally push that blue window part in and it got dislodged, you'll have to take the roof out. So there's a lot of pieces here, and remember, I had to sand down every single one of them. And if you haven't noticed here, that sharp pointy part goes on the outside. Oh, upside down. So you really can't put this in correctly because then it won't fit. As you've seen earlier, because I had the smaller side in and it wouldn't fit in. And I don't think it really matters if it's right side up or the other side. You can see that G1 or not, doesn't matter. It's all gonna be hidden anyway. Now these pieces here, it's a bit unusual, I gotta admit, because one side the hump is on the bottom and the other side that hump is on the top. So it's a little off when I assembled it. What I mean by off is that it's not symmetrical. I actually had to, later on, I don't remember if I actually filmed it. I don't think I filmed it, but off camera, I took the roof up and I rearranged this center part, which I really didn't need to do. After I was done with it, because it was all I had to do was twist it around, just one turn, one little turn, that's it. And I actually took the whole roof apart, took that piece apart and put it back together again. And you'll see what I mean here. I'll try to show you. So you look at the little hump. Yeah, gotta make sure it's nice and secure on all sides. You can see here, there's a hump on the bottom on the left side, and the hump is on the top on the right side. And all I had to do is take off the roof and spin it a quarter turn, that's it. And I have equal symmetrical hump, because that top hump is right there in the upper right corner. Didn't really need to take out the roofing tiles and all that stuff. I just did extra work for myself unnecessarily. And the manual doesn't really tell you much about that hump part. I mean, they'll show you one side, but they don't clearly show you the other side. And it's better to have it look symmetrical. And like I said before, I'm a bit OCD, so I need it to be symmetrical. It was bothering me. Even though this piece is gonna be given to my niece, it's actually still my build here that I'm looking at. It's my artistry, I guess you can say, to make it symmetrical. So you can see there the hump on the right and the right back. Just have to twist it around. And this thing in here, this piece, it looks like it's gold. I don't know why that piece looks different than the other piece. It looked like it had gold lines drawn, but the other pieces don't. They're just black lines. As you can see, the rest of these pieces have black lines. They're not gold lines like that other one. And at first here, I just placed any of these pieces anywhere. But then once I was done, I actually went back and changed some of the places because I didn't want the lines to all look the same next to each other. So I wanted to mix it up a bit. So one has the little lines, another one has the longer lines, another one has different kind of lines. Just randomize it, I guess, make it look better. Here, as you can see, I'm taking it out, try to make it look better. And I damaged a little bit of it. The paint came off. The paint on these aren't very strong. They come off easily. As you can see, they have different lines. So if you don't want to, you don't have to follow the directions exactly. You can do what I'm doing here. Just create your own. Place it however you want to place it. Make it your own. Has to be that other hole, not the one in the front, but the one in the back. I believe next year, 2026, it's gonna be a great year for model building. So I've got some nice models coming up if I have time. Seems to be busy all of a sudden. I also have a another wooden model coming up from U Gears. So that's gonna be pretty cool. It'll be a lot of pieces, trust me, more pieces than this one. And I'll surprise you guys. I don't want to say what it is, but you'll see. It'll be pretty complex. Hopefully I have time to build it. These are nice little coffee mugs. You can't really see it though. Once you put the walls up, you can't really see it. You have to really look for it. But it's a nice touch nonetheless. Okay, so we're about to get to the only piece that I broke during this whole entire build process. All of these pieces are pretty fragile, so be careful. Yeah, these little pieces, they're very fragile. As you can see here, they're very small, very tiny, which means that they're very fragile. I was afraid to break them, but then I got way too confident, because once I got to the last one, that's when it broke. That's when I got too confident and not as careful, because I didn't break these other ones. I thought I had it in the bag. Then the last one, that's when it broke. That's when it broke, I mean. As you can see here, I'm going pretty quickly building these. I thought it was kind of easy. I don't know why every single one of these went in pretty quickly and easily, and then the last one just broke. Just wouldn't go in. There we go. Going a little too quick and too hard. Twist it. Oh, there you go. Broke it. I thought maybe it's okay. Maybe I could just keep it like that. It might be fine. It's still hanging on there. Might be good, I thought. It looks fine. Then it came off completely. And that's when I decided to glue it. But honestly, if you put it in that on the floor there, it's fine. You can't really see it because that leg goes right into the hole. So if you just put them in the hole, you're good. You really don't need to glue it. I mean, I didn't really need to glue it. So I kind of felt like I wasted my time a little bit. But I guess it's still good because you don't have to worry about it falling apart once it's assembled, once it's in there. Yeah, and I believe I just let the glue set for like 20 minutes or something. This is actually a pretty nice looking table. As you can see here, it goes into the hole there. And the chairs are the same thing. It goes into the holes. And it locks it in place. Okay, so that's not the one that I broke. Let's see, you don't really need to glue it in place if you just place it in the hole. That's also not the one that I broke. not the one that I broke. I decided to hide it as far back as possible. So this last one here, this is the one that broke. See, it just goes in there in the slot, in the hole, and you're good. Didn't really have to glue it. But yeah, you can't really notice it. Looks fine. And this is a nice touch with the ladder going up to the second floor. I always check the bottom to make sure it's completely in. Just make sure you get the right part out. The darker part should be out. Yeah, you should see the darker parts. The lines, I guess. Some more railings. So essentially this build, there's a lot of branches, flowers, stairs, and railings in that order. Railings being the least, and the branches and flowers being the most. And as I was building this, it actually took me a couple of weeks to finish because I was either busy or I was sick. Well, no, actually, I was only sick when I was editing it, but yeah, I was more like busy. believe while I was building this, I think that's when I started to get sick, because I was up pretty late at night, past midnight, building this model. And I was trying to finish it up. Oops. So I remember not feeling too well by the end of the build. I was under the weather. These pillars, at first I didn't understand what it was, and as you can see, the part where it's angled, make sure it's on the outside, it's angled outside. As you can see here, it's angled outside at the tip of the top. At first I didn't know what it was, but it's actually a support beam for the roof, or not the roof, but the roof, the overhang roof. And I'll discuss later about that overhang roof. It's kind of an annoying piece. Once again here, much like the observatory, you try to get all four sides in there all at once. It's difficult to place it in one at a time. You have to line up the hole all at once and then push them all down. And I had a difficult time doing it, because you've got all that stuff on top. I was worried I might break something. There you go. I'm lined up with the hole. See that? Not lined up. Oh, there you go. Push it down. And as you can see, that roof part with the hump, I think I fixed it there. It's more symmetrical now. Yep, I did fix it. So you have the lower hump on the back and the upper hump on the front. But you can choose to do however you want it. Okay, so this overhang roof over here, this one is pain in the butt, I would recommend gluing it in place. Glue the post to the upper part there, to the roof, overhang roof, because it keeps falling apart, it keeps falling out. You'll see later, I keep having to put it back in place because it keeps falling out, just pops right out. It's like you touch it a little bit, it pops right out. I got tired of it, so I just glued it. And it's one of those occasions where you can actually lose a piece if it falls out. So it would be wise to just glue it so you don't lose it. As you can see here, I have to keep adjusting it because it keeps popping out. And it popped out again. And again. Okay, so now we're gonna do that little swing. These, I admit, it was a little bit difficult to assemble. They didn't quite line up and I had a hard time connecting them. Right now I'm kind of looking at the manual, how it's supposed to be installed. I've got one side in, but then you have to get the other side going the opposite way. So then that's difficult to install. Okay, well, that was actually easier than I thought, but I think this one was the hard one. Then it kept falling apart. Yeah, see. think I broke a little piece of it off there. So be careful, it's very fragile. Even though I broke a little bit of it off, it still fits pretty snugly. And once you start putting the other pieces in, it kind of secures it. There, see, comes off again. It's just very annoying. Now we can place the other pieces. So if you're building this along with me, just please take your time. Don't rush it. Don't finish it in 5 hours here. Like I said, I went and sand down every single piece just to make it nice and smooth, and it makes it easier to place all the pieces together firmly and in line with one another. And that's why you want to sand things down. Just take your time, do little by little, page by page. I had to rush this in order to get it done before Christmas, but if you're doing this at home, just take your time. No rush. Building these things supposed to be for fun, not a competition. Well, that's the thin little wire, and that's the little vine, paper vines. Just put them together as one. It just gives us some thickness, that's all. And straighten out the wire. Then we're gonna thread it through, up and under, or under and up, then up and under. And that bottom part's actually gonna be on top, and that top part's gonna be on the bottom where the swing is. And I didn't realize this at first, so I didn't give it enough slack or anything. And the wire is very bendy, very fragilely bendy. So you have to be kind of delicate with it. You don't want to bend it too much. you go. Looks good. Yeah, had to look at the manual there for a moment. This part's going downward. And you do have to bend the, you don't bend the wires, but you bend the vines, the paper, and you kind of crunch it together. And that's how you get the extra wire to go around. Because you need that extra wire to go around itself. So I just want to place it there for now and go to the next page. I was trying not to skip a step, because if I skip it I might miss something. So here I'm giving it more slack. I think I did that off camera. So I have more slack to wrap it around itself here. It's a little bit difficult to do with my fingers, so I had to use tweezers eventually. And that vine should come down a little bit. And that's how it looks in the picture. Should come down to the that circular part, the wooden part, so it kind of hides the wire. So if you want the vines to end up on the outside of the swing instead of, well, the ends of the vines, the lower end of the vines, to end up in the front of the swing, then you have to thread the wire the same exact way that I threaded the wire. Start from that other side, go from under, and then over, and then under and over. Because if you go the opposite way, you're going by over and then under, you're gonna end up with the vines being on the other side. And I think this way looks better when the vines in the front side here. So here I'm just squishing it down without messing with the wire. You want to keep the wire straight, but the paper vines, just push them down. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to wrap it around, so I need more wire, which means I have to push this down a little bit more, push the vines down. I'm not even sure how long it's supposed to be. I'm just guesstimating it right now. But luckily, once I put it onto the piece, the model, it came out nicely. Oh, now I remember. I did make a mistake over here. So, might wanna not follow what I'm doing right now here on that top part, because I did make a mistake. Or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. We'll see. And that's where we want to attach it, right there. Right there. And I'm attaching this the wrong way here. It's not supposed to be sticking out. It's supposed to be going inward, opposite way. So don't do this. Don't follow my lead right now. Having a hard time placing it in there. And once again, if you can't get it in there, then just sand it down a bit. A part of the piece isn't visible. It's not visible, so it's alright to sand it down. Make it easier on myself, so I don't end up breaking that piece trying to push it in. Oh, and the roof came off again. As you can see here, it's not supposed to be sticking out like that. I went through a lot of trouble trying to get this in there, then found out I did it incorrectly. And as you can see here, that roof came off again. Like I said, just glue it. Save yourself some trouble. And I'm going to fix that swing later on. Here we're attaching to that bottom part, trying to show it to you, but it's hard to see. And then that platform attaches to the back of that tree trunk. A little bit difficult to do. I was trying not to push on the railings, might break it. And that bottom part fits into the platform. There you go. There you go, like that. goes into the bottom, and then the sides, the back fits in. And here I'm good with the length, so I'm gonna cut the extra stuff out. Now that looks better. And you don't really need to use the tweezer to spin it around. You could just use your fingers to spin the actual circular part there where the rope is. I was just doing extra work for myself. See how it's sticking out? It's not supposed to be sticking out. So I'm gonna fix it later here. Yeah, see, now I'm gonna fix it. I had a hard time putting it in, now I have a hard time taking it out. And we're gonna fix this. I just went the opposite way, so I guess the wiring was fine. I did fine with the wiring. It's just that I assembled it incorrectly the opposite way. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I did mess up on the wiring. Yeah, I think I did. Yep. I'm taking it apart and I'm redoing the wiring. It's gonna go in there, out, from front to back. And I'm pulling more of the wire than before. Try to see the length. I wanted to see what the length was. I wanted to get it just right. Okay, once I'm happy with the length, then I can wrap the wires around itself. Just take some patience. These models require patience, but the result is amazing. Anything worth doing requires time and effort. I almost placed it the wrong way again. difficult for me to show that to you. A little bit more, we're almost done. Got like an hour to go. And thank you for listening along here. If you're still here, you haven't fallen asleep yet. Now these stairs are supposed to be slightly slanted, as you'll see. I thought I did something wrong. Oh no, wait, not this stairs, it's another stairs. This one's fine. It was another one that looks slightly slanted, but it's supposed to be that way. That's where it goes here, right in the middle there. It only attaches to the bottom part, and it doesn't, there's nothing attaching it to the top part. But it's pretty secure, so we're good. It's not gonna fall off or anything. And made sure it's nice and secured. That's the only connection point. And that's it. The top part is just floating. And there's actually that one last sticker. That's the only one left. And I guess you can place that anywhere you want. I mean, technically you don't have to place any of these in any spots. You can place it wherever you want. Don't have to follow the manual. I would have preferred more of those stickers like I mentioned earlier. Wanted to place them on the platform, on the floor. actually assembling the storage shed. And you'll see why it's called the storage shed once we're done here. Honestly, when I looked at the box, the picture on the box, I didn't even notice the storage shed. So there's like 3 separate buildings on a tree. I don't think that would be up to code. But I don't know if you've actually seen a show. I believe it's on Apple TV. It's like Tree House. Someone actually built the real tree house, like a fancy luxury tree house, very kind of futuristic looking, but more natural looking than futuristic. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, pretty nice. You're living up on the tree, and it connects from one room to another. And in the center of the room, there's the main tree. Not sure how you get a permit for that. Probably had to pay government officials a lot of money for that, so they'll approve it. But they're rich, so I guess it doesn't really matter to them. And here's the storage shed. This is the broom, the shovel. You want to be able to see the line drawings there, like that. Now this storage shed has a weird shape. The bottom part is narrower than the top part. So it's sort of like a trapezoid. Yeah, that shape there. And once again, that blue window, make sure you don't push it too hard that it pops in, and you might drop the window inside. Keep placing it the wrong way on the other side, like that. Definitely not too cold. Not even square, it's trapezoid. So I guess there's a lot of code violations, building code violations in this treehouse. They'll probably be condemned by the government, the Department of Health and Human Services. That reminds me, in the future, I actually want to work on that cuckoo clock, the one with the colors. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll get that in the future and build it. You could all build along with me. I've been seeing online at the Facebook page that some people have had issues with that. So I'll have to try and build it myself and see what the issues are and why it's not working the way it should be working. A lot of times it's just some simple solutions that some people overlook. And of course the manual isn't always clear, so you have to use your best judgment. You can't really make a mistake on this one because one side is larger than the other. One thing that just occurred to me: what happens if it starts raining? They don't have any curtains or anything. The rain will just go right into the house. Can't really close the windows. guess if it rains, you'll have to go into the center of the tree, because I think that's supposed to be a living space there too. Okay, so these are the pieces that I was telling you about before. It's slightly slanted. So there's nothing wrong with what you're doing here. It's supposed to be slanted. Yeah, I thought I did something wrong. Okay, trying to look at the manual, making sure I got it in the right spot. As you see here, slightly slanted. And you'll see why it is that way in a moment. Here's the storage shed. And we're gonna attach it to the bottom. Attach the branch part to the bottom. Yeah, didn't really get a good view of that branch part. See right there where that Rolife sign is. And that ladder that it gets slanted, goes to the platform. So the ladder only attaches to the platform of the storage shed, and then the other side it just hangs there. It doesn't attach it to anything. See, it has to angle a little bit to the left there. Like so. Definitely not too cold. Someone could fall off walking to the main platform. Kind of dangerous there. And the roof fell off again. See here. Like I said, just glue it. Okay, we're almost done. Now we gotta put a bunch of branches and leaves and flowers, and we'll be done. So it's gonna take almost like an hour just to do all this stuff. It's a lot of branches, a lot of leaves, a lot of flowers. I did a lot of editing to cut out most of the stuff, and it still took a long time. You'll see later I got better at editing it. I didn't bother showing the paper with the dots because you've seen it a million times already. Definitely the most time consuming part of this build. And probably also my least favorite part. Yeah, that branch is gonna stick out. It's gonna go in the bottom part here. It's a nice touch. The roof came off again. And we're gonna go as fast as we can here. Yeah, just skip through that dot, paper dot thing. Later on, I just don't bother showing it at all. Yeah, here you go. See, I don't show it anymore. Okay, people, we're almost done. About 40 more minutes. Thank you for watching along with me and listening to me talk. I really appreciate it. Hopefully my voice doesn't bother you too much. I'd rather my voice makes you fall asleep than annoy you, which has happened to me to a couple of YouTubers where their voice kind of annoys me. Even though I don't have any issues with their channel, but I just couldn't stand their voice. And I do try to edit my voice a little bit, make it sound a bit warmer. This is very tingy, a little bit tingy, without that extra voice modulation. Although my voice is a little bit kind of warm to begin with anyway. I used to read out loud a lot, so when I read out loud, I usually use a very calm, smooth sounding voice. Make sure that arrow matches up. See, both going up, pointing up. And I guess when you're doing a YouTube channel, you really need to have a good voice that doesn't annoy people. Sound is very important when making a video. That's why it takes a lot of time and effort trying to find the right kind of music. Something that's not too loud, not too bassy, I guess. Not too much rhythm, except if I'm doing like the 4x speed. Yeah, that I want to give it some rhythm because we're going fast. I'm building it quickly, so I want the music to match that speed, that quick build. Music really sets the tone and the mood. I know early on when I first edit the videos, when I first had my YouTube channel, I had a lot of annoying music because I didn't know how to create the music. I would grab some music from YouTube for their free music files, but then later I used Epidemic Sound, and then I tried to loop it myself, and it didn't sound all that great, but I've since learned how to loop it correctly. Just use the entire music and then loop it at the end, kind of like overlap the sound, but you gotta overlap it correctly in the right place. So as you can see, I do take a lot of effort in creating this video and putting the sound together. Just imagine 5 hours of music and I have to keep looping it, and the music only lasts about maybe 3 minutes and sometimes 4 minutes or sometimes even 2 minutes, and I have to keep looping it over and over and over again for hours and hours, and I try to make it seem as seamless as possible. It's just one continuous music. And we're still putting dots on these. It's a lot. just not too much longer. At the end of this video, you'll see a video of me filming the entire build, and I'll spin it around for you, and then you'll see some photograph of it, some pictures that I've taken. Trying to make sure I have it right side up. I think I had it in the wrong place. Yeah, it's supposed to go back here in the back, right there. Yeah, I placed it in the wrong location. That's why it didn't quite go in there. Does have a slight lean to it. More of these. We're up to page 45. So pretty much the next 5 pages it's gonna be these branches and leaves and flowers. Like I said, I'm not sure what that pink stuff is. I think it's the flowers, not leaves. They're flower blooms. If I'm incorrect, then let me know in the comments. Okay, this next one goes right here. I don't remember if by this point I actually glued down that roof. I think I might have, because I got pretty fed up with it falling off all the time. Remember that every single one of these branches and flower blooms, I sand them all down, like slightly, just so it doesn't look so frizzy. Because you would have like strands sticking out. I just sand them down just a little bit, just to smooth them out. And there's a lot of them, like a lot. And I think that's probably why I got sick afterwards. So I was spending so much time with all these pieces. Couldn't figure out how this goes. Finally, I just edit that out. So yeah, I hope my niece appreciates it. All the work that I put into it, to this model. That's a lot of dots there. Very time consuming here. But we're getting closer. Almost done. I'm just glad I increased the speed a little bit. I just doubled the speed, so, or else we would have been here forever. I mean, when I did the editing to do double the speed, it actually didn't knock down the time a whole lot. Not as much as I thought it would. I think 4x speed might be better, but even then, when I did the 4x speed video, it was still an hour and 30 minutes. So I don't know if anyone's gonna watch that for an hour and 30, even though it's 4x speed. Most people like the short form videos. I know a lot of my shorter videos do better. I mean, I'm the same way. When I'm watching YouTube videos, if I see a video that's over an hour long, I pass on that. Unless if I'm really interested in the topic. Like I watch certain YouTubers and I don't mind watching over an hour's worth because I like their content, like what they're talking about, like, you know, like movies and TV shows and whatnot, and some historical stuff. I like learning about history. And also sometimes about how things are made. Like this one YouTuber that talks about architecture. That's very interesting stuff there. That's over an hour long. So I hope those of you who are watching this also have kind of interest in this kind of stuff and you're willing to watch over an hour's worth of it. my videos, I don't talk a whole lot about much like some of the other YouTubers out there. I know they have more interesting stuff to say, but I don't always have interesting stuff to say. Like I mentioned before, I just like to build. I think tomorrow, as I'm rendering this video, I'll start building and recording the next couple of videos. I'll probably record a whole bunch of it tomorrow, and then edit whenever I have a time. I'll try to get them all done for you. The next one goes right there. This one's pretty big. Coming along, starting to look pretty good. A few more branches left, and we'll be done. Like I mentioned before, these little dots, don't worry about them. If you lose some or you damage some, there's a whole bunch of it left at the end. Like half of a page left. So that's a lot of dots. Oh boy, I'm starting to get a little dizzy again here. My sickness is coming back. I was okay for one day, and now it's bad again. The next one goes right there. We're almost there. Just hang in there if you're still with me. definitely you need to go page by page. If you try taking a whole bunch of these out at once, you're gonna get lost. You won't know which branch and which flower trees and goes where. Just take your time, do page by page. Take out only the stuff that they tell you to take out. This one goes right there at my thumb. Just hold on a little bit longer. We're almost there now. Just hold on, hold on. Now this piece is actually very interesting because it kind of goes through another piece. You'll see what I mean. And there's a reminder to please like and subscribe. It kind of feels like a commercial or a car salesman when I say that. Please like and subscribe. It's part of every YouTuber's monologue, I guess. Gotta say that. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's definitely what happens too when I watch other YouTubers. Like sometimes I'll watch them for like an entire year and I didn't subscribe. Then one day when they actually say to subscribe, I just decided to subscribe. been watching somebody's video a couple of times, then might as well just subscribe. Probably means that you like their stuff, their content. I mean, for me, if I watch about 5 or 10 of their videos, then I'll probably just end up subscribing. I mean, like 5 or 10 during a week or something like that. Not in one binge sitting. Here you go. See, it goes through another piece. It's kind of odd, but it works. It's gonna go right there by my thumb. So yeah, if you've been watching at least 5 of my videos, then you should at least consider subscribing. Or if you want to subscribe just by watching one of my videos, that's fine too. I'll be happy either way. I've done that myself, where I just watched one video, so I was so impressed by it and I subscribed immediately. Yeah, a little bit more left here. We're almost there. The last leg of the race. This one looks very similar to the other one that we just did. Very similar. And it's also, there's also gonna be a piece that goes through it like that other one. So it's like deja vu here. When I was working on this, I was like, wait a minute, did I already do this one? I remember I did this already. There's 2 pieces that look very much alike. They start looking very much alike after a while anyway, because there's so many of these. That next piece is gonna go through it. And I remember by this stage of the build, I was pretty much spent. I was spending so much time doing all this stuff and sanding things down, every single piece. Then putting all the dots in there. Yeah, I remember being so tired. But believe it or not, the most tiring part of my build is the photography stuff at the end, because once I'm done, I try to take a picture of it immediately, and I take tons of pictures. Like sometimes I'll take 100 pictures, so it's very tiring trying to get the best lighting, best angle. can't really sit in my chair and take a picture because there's something behind me, so I can't go back any further. I have to take my chair out and just crouch on the floor. It goes in just like the other one. Yeah, it starts to get really tiring when I take pictures. I have to maneuver myself in a way that's uncomfortable, because I can't just sit on my chair. And the stuff that's behind me, the reason why I can't move back is because I have a monitor right behind me. It's my my racing cockpit setup. It's right behind me. That's why. So my room is pretty tight here. Not a whole lot of space to move around in. And speaking of racing cockpits, I haven't had time to really use it at all here much. So I've been busy with the YouTube channel stuff, and doing the builds and editing the video and rendering the video. I think I've only raced maybe a few times this entire year. Like, I can count maybe 3 or 4 times, and that's it for the entire year. And the rest of the time I've been working on building and editing and rendering. And I use that gaming monitor, my main monitor, to edit. Because it's much larger than my computer monitor, which I don't use anymore. And it's behind my desk here, where I do the modeling. Which is a shame because it was pretty expensive. That computer monitor was pretty expensive. And I bought my gaming monitor here, or TV rather, that can be used as a gaming monitor, and it costs pretty much very similar. Yeah, it costs like the same, but it's much bigger and better. I think the regular computer monitors are a bit obsolete because regular TVs are just as good nowadays. You can game on them, you can do your editing, graphics, designs and whatnot on a TV. And I do have an LG TV here with very nice quality, good color in HDR. And I have no problem gaming with it. high refresh rates up to 120 hertz. Granted, the computer monitors can do much faster rates, but it's good enough for me. Okay, so the next one goes right there. My racing cockpit isn't all that fancy. It's a very simple stuff. I didn't get the fancy high-tech ones. Price of those have come down a whole lot. I thought about getting it during the Black Friday sale. Very tempting. Could have saved over $200 on some of these. But then I figured I don't really have the money at the moment, and I don't have time to really race and use it. So might as well just leave it for now. I'll find what I have. I'll use what I have for now. Maybe in the future, if let's say my YouTube channel gets better, more exposure, maybe I can hire an editor so I can have time to do other things. So this one kind of angles out a little bit, so that's how it's supposed to be. And we're almost done. This is the last one, I promise. Okay, it goes right in there. It's hard to see there. Yeah, right on top of the observatory. See, it's a bit of an angle there. I thought maybe something was wrong with it, but yeah, it's supposed to be that way. And that's it. We're done. Wow. Thank you for watching and sticking out with me here. I know it's been long, especially with all these branches and flowers and leaves and whatnot. The most difficult part of the build, of course, and also the stairs. But yeah, definitely the branches and leaves. I'm sorry if it stutters a little bit here. I actually fast forwarded it double the speed, so that's why it looks that way. Because I was moving it a little bit too slow. Yeah, wanted to show you everything here. Sometimes a picture doesn't show much because you can't really zoom into it, so that's why I try to show a video. Once again, sorry if it's shaky because I increased the speed a bit. I actually shot this video twice because the first time I didn't really like it, so I had to shoot it again the second time. Now we're gonna just look at pictures from different views and different angles. And I want to thank all of you for watching and building along with me. And once again, please like and subscribe if you like these videos so I can continue to create more. And I am so tired now. I need to go to sleep. And it's tomorrow's Christmas, so happy holidays and happy New Year to all of you. And good night for now. I'll see you again next time on the next build and next year. Alright, bye bye.